wrestle, co wrestle, co wrestle, co wrestle, co. Step in the ring, there's no turning back. Steel and fire in a full frame attack. Dreams get crushed where the weak hearts break. Only kings rise when the ring starts to quake. Hear the crowd scream, feel that roar. You ain't safe when you're in WrestleCore. Welcome to WrestleCore. Given no second round. Every hit shakes this unholy ground. This is power, this is pride. Only legends get to rise. Chains will break, the lights will burn. Only one lives and victory is it's your turn. Welcome to WrestleCore.
Welcome everybody to WrestleCore episode 4. This is your host, Cliff Davis Porter, and we have some announcement by Leon Locke, and let's go to the ring.
Choices, question every call I made. Run your mouth from the cheap seats while I run the whole damn place. I don't owe you explanations, I don't need your respect. You're gonna see things my way, or you're gonna see the door. Say I'm wrong.
It is me, Leon Locke, your general manager, and we got a special night for you. We're going to take all the losers and give them one last chance to get into the championship match at the pay-per-view. This is going to be a gauntlet match. They will all compete. Only one is going to walk away. Who's going to prove his grit?
Darius Kane, we saw you interfere in AJ Flair's match last week. What do you say?
Interfere? What do you mean interfere? I talked to him. I tossed him some nuts as choice. He didn't use them. Look, I am taking interest into the Rook. I see a lot of myself in him. I just want him to thrive. I even got him into a spot for the Losers Gauntlet tonight.
Straight from Darius's mouth. AJ Flair will be in the Losers Gauntlet tonight. Divine versus Evan Caesar. Here we go! The right hand, and he's grabbed Cross from behind. Cross flips him over, gets him into a headlock. Now he's wrenching on Evan's neck. Evan, no! Cross puts him right into a arm lock, trying to rip that shoulder out. Putting all of his weight onto that shoulder, but Evan was able to get out. A few punches across the stomach. Collar and elbow, lock up, and a headlock. Cross puts Evan in a headlock. Evan, oh! Trips Cross and rolls him up. One. Cross uses some momentum, flips him over. One. And Evan won. The Cross gets out. Evan goes for a crossbody but misses completely. Cross was smart to step out of the ring. Letting Evan get up. Another collar and elbow lock up. And this time Evan puts Cross in a headlock. Cross goes for behind, squeezing the ribs. And Evan flips him over. Headlock on the ground. And he's wrenching back, trying to break Cross's neck. Turns him around, knee straight to Cross's eye. Irish whips him, duck, and arm drag. Evan with an elbow drop across his face, and a kick. Cross rolls to the outside. Evan with an elbow. Evan, one swift kick to the back. He gets up top. He's on the very top. He's flying, axe handle, cross, two cross on the outside. Evan throws Cross back into the ring because he can't win if Cross is outside. And Cross rolls away. Evan with the suplex. No! Cross is able to get out of it. Chop blocks the back of Evan's knee. Picks him up. One kick. Two kick. And a clothesline. And now he's grapevine-ing him, trying to break that hip, pull that hip out of Evan. Taking that leg, extending it to Evan's face. Evan smartly rolls to the out and climbs back up on the rope. Maybe it wasn't smart because Cross picks him up. Back body drops him to the hardest part of the apron. A neck breaker for Evan. Cross loves that neck breaker. We see it in almost every match. He tosses Evan back inside. Evan pops to his feet, but Cross picks him up. Powerbomb position. Powerbomb. Rolls him up. 2, 3. And Cross is your winner. And what's this? Well, Evan fighting back. Cross, the celebration has just stopped. He wanted to just. There's Bobby. And who's that? That's Maximilian Diamond. Maximilian Diamond, Bobby Mays, and Cross Divine all just joined forces. Holy crap. I can't believe it. And now Tim Chan via satellite has something to say.
Keith Dunn, you suckered me with that chair shot. You injured my neck, I may be out. But when I come back, Keith, I will have my revenge on you. Crazy Clown, I will challenge you when I come back to a real match. You won with an interference. That is not a win in my book. So, Keith, when I am back, you are done.
Strong words from Tim Chan after being stretchered out last week. Glad he's okay. And this is our main event. It's a gauntlet match. Two superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Elimination can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be our winner and move on to the championship match at the pay-per-view.
They send signals, searching for intelligence, ironic. We've been watching since before the prophets went chronic, documenting every contradiction in their logic, scrolling through extinction events like the comic strip malls where the forests were, parking lots on graves. They terraform no planet into something they can't save, worship invisible constructs, money born as race, then look up asking if there's meaning in this place. We catalog the wars, each one sold as the last, present tense amnesia about the past. They'll argue about semantics while the ice sheets collapse, documented off a continent, turn apocalypse to laughs. Watching from a distance, nobody can measure. You're killing yourself slowly, calling it pressure. The weapons I could end it in less than an hour. Then act confused about who gave you the power. Codes are coming, wrote it down. You ignored it, built economies on misery, monetized and stored it. We seen it.
And here we go. Snip kicks by El Zorro. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Overhead suplex to Kodak. Punch, knife hand, and head scissors. Taking Kodak down. And El Zorro with that springboard drop kick. Ragdolling Kodak. Zorro is going for another high-risk maneuver. An elbow, but he misses completely. And Kodak with a kick. And another knee driven right into El Zorro's sternum. This spaceman, space alien. And a side kick from the springboard by Kodak. Kodak with that double stomp. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and El Zorro hops back to his feet, gets turned around. Kodak picks him up. A discus forearm to directly into Ozoro's back of the neck, and now Kodak stomping Ozoro's face. 3, and then followed by a running kick to Ozoro's face while Zoro was in the corner. There he goes. Another giant knee from the second turnbuckle into Zoro, but Zoro is able to get back up. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Zoro double drop kick into double kicks, double feet into Kodak's face, and a swinging side slam. One arm side slam, and then Zoro followed it up with an elbow drop from the middle. Neck snap, trying to break Kodak's neck. Now Zoro sends Kodak into the ropes, leapfrog, duck, and a giant kick to Kodak, dropping him and taking and now digging into Kodak's back with those claws. Does something, he gets caught. Kodak catches his leg and slams him down to the mat. Another giant discus forearm shot into the back of Zoro's head. Only gets a 2, does Kodak. Kodak dragging Zoro into the corner, slams his head face first into the top. A scoop slam, Kodak going to the top. Launching himself, but Zoro is able to get out of it. Kick to Kodak's spine. Zoro picking him up. And now he's spinning him around. Another spin around. Dragging him to the ropes, leaning him up. And now he's working on that arm, trying to break that arm, rip that arm out of the socket. And a drop kick. Pretty picture perfect. Zoro picks Kodak back up, throws him into the corner, grabs him, scoop slam again, and he goes to the top rope. He's going for it. Fox trap. 1, 2, 3, and he gets Kodak with the fox trap. And Zoro and Keith are in a collar and elbow lockup. Zoro pushes Keith up against the rope. Ref breaks it up, and it's not a clean break because Keith gets that kick to the stomach of Zoro. Now another collar and elbow lockup. Keith goes behind, and he's trying to squeeze the life out of Zoro. Zoro goes behind, and he does the same thing to Keith. With the arm drag into a headlock. Zoro fighting for air. And a leg scissors. Now Keith is fighting for air. And a twist, breaking that neck. And Keith fighting for a lot of air now. And that kick, and I bet Tim Chan is looking down and loving this. Boom! Misses the elbow, does Zoro from the top. And that can cost him. Keith goes behind. German. Release, and now a 1, 2, no, only a 1. Zoro back to his feet. Head scissors from nowhere, from out of nowhere. Goes flipping senton on the Keith. turns Keith around and drives some knees into Keith's back. A knife hand chop. Zoro picks Keith up and snap suplexes him on the outside. Zoro dragging Keith, throws him back in. And Zoro back in. Keith with an elbow. A punch, two punches. Picks him up. Knee, backbreaker onto the knee. Keith with a punch while Zoro slumped on the rope. And a back suplex. Keith running, snapping the neck of El Zoro. Going to the second rope. And he drops with the headbutt. Flying headbutt, now goes for the pin. 1, 2, and only a 2. He's gesturing to the crowd. One big kick. A slap by El Zoro. A knife hand. Another knife hand. A slap by Keith, but he misses, and El Zoro gets out of it with a double drop kick to Keith Dunn's knee. And then following it up with a big splash off the second rope. Only gets a 1. Zoro spinning suplex. 1, 2, only a 2. Keith back to his feet. Zoro throwing Keith into the opposite side. And Keith is slumped in the corner. Zoro picks him up, scoop slams. Going for another fox trap. He catches him. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Zoro has survived 2 opponents. Can he survive 3? Let's see. Clothesline taking Earl Stanley off his feet. Now Zoro going straight after Earl's hand. He's just stomping it. Zoro going out, coming back in. He flips Earl Stanley over while he's in the corner, and a tornado DDT to Earl. A giant senton flip. 1, 2, only a 2 for El Zoro. Zoro, he misses whatever he was trying, and Earl took advantage by driving El Zoro's rear into his knee. Now collar and elbow lock up in the middle of the ring. Earl gets the advantage with an arm lock or a wrist lock, high elevated wrist lock, but El Zoro does the same. Now Earl just drives El Zoro's arm and shoulder into the mat. Flips El Zoro over, picks him up, swinging fist, knocking El Zoro off his feet. Goes to the top. He calls and double axe handle when El Zoro gets to the top of his feet, and then he's slamming El Zoro's head into the mat. Now he's taking his head, wrenching it, cranking on it, trying to break that neck of El Zoro, and then slams him straight into the mat. Again, slamming El Zoro's head into the mat, causing him dizziness, and then swift elbow El Zoro's chest. And now he's working on the arm of El Zoro. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's thinking. He gets to this middle rope. He keeps El Zoro at a shoulder block into El Zoro's face. That's 1, 2, and 3. And El Zoro has been eliminated. That stops his run. And AJ Flair, Earl Stanley with the giant clothesline taking AJ Flair off his feet. Earl with the Death Valley driver, positioning drops him, just like Darius Kane would. AJ gets out of it. I mean, Darius Kane has gone to bat for this kid. And now, a discus knee. AJ, 1, 2, 3, and AJ not even a minute. And he's out. The bell rings and Earl spins Baxter around and drops him on the knee near first. Tummy dropped. And a back body drop by Earl into the pin. 1, no. Earl can't believe it. And Baxter picks Earl up. Scoop stands in straight to the mat. Baxter spinning him around. Irish whips him into the rope. Pop-up punch. Just nailing Earl's jaw. And now, look at that massive size. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, massive hands. How many are we gonna have? Let the crowd count. 10. 10 clubs to the chest of Earl. And then Baxter up, and he just jumps and lands double feet into Earl's back. Now he's just punching him with that hand. Picks him up and tosses him back inside. He wants to win in the ring. Picks Earl's knee up and drives it down. Goes to the outside. Jumping sidekick. And a kick to Earl's back. Now he stomps on Earl's arm. Picks him up and drives him into the temple of Earl. Turns Earl around and stomping on the arm again. Now, 1 knee to the hamstring. Nope, 2. He goes for 3 into this hamstring of Earl. Earl to his feet. Nope, gets hit by a meteoro from the second rope by Baxter. Baxter with the 1, 2, 2 clotheslines. Earl goes for a kick. Baxter trips him. Kicks his leg right out from under him. Into a pin. 1, 2. Only a 2. And Baxter grabs him. 1 clothesline, short arm, 2 short arm clotheslines. Oh no, he goes around and a giant kick straight to Earl's jaw, jacking him. And now he's going for the 1, 2, 3, and Baxter's going right in the ring. But winner nonetheless. next episode of WrestleCore. It's our pay-per-view.
Hit 'em raw, WrestleCore, we never fall. No retreat, no remorse. WrestleCore, stay the course. Welcome to WrestleCore. Hear the crowd, they want more. Every star tells what we're for. This is Wrestle